What's cracking, fam? What's cracking? It's your boy Unc No Punk. Unc No Punk. A little under the weather, fam, but I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? That's if you care. Anyway, fam, this little show is gonna be about a question I was asked as usual. I was in the gym, and there's a brother that say he travels around, right? They asked about places I've been, and I told them. We asked, "Have you been to Kenya?" And I said, "Nah, I haven't been to Kenya." He said, "Are you interested in going there? Would you in the future think about ever traveling there?" I said, "Nah, I don't like Kenyans." I said, "Just I don't like Kenyans." He said, "Why?" I said, "I really can't say that I don't like Kenyans, but the first Kenyan person I met was he thought he was uppity. You know what I'm saying? He the one first to tell you about the Commonwealth. I didn't know about the Commonwealth stuff there. You know what I'm saying? They was colonized by the Brits, so they call it Commonwealth. So he's acting like since Kenya was from Commonwealth that it was a better country. You know what I'm saying? A better country than the other people there, the surrounding countries, I guess. So I like him, right? No, he was out there, out there selling his hashish. He's selling the hashish, right? So man, one day I came away after work. I was like, yo, man, I want to cop a little piece for the dude there, right? He gave me a little tiny piece. I'm like, yo, what's up this shit you doing, dude? He actually act arrogant, like he was the man. So that's how I got him. I watched how he was dealing on the street there. So I sat there a couple of days, watched him, his little customers, things. I said how much money, calculate how much money he making out there. I said, yeah, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna catch him. I went, drove to Highland, came back, bought me a nice little pack back. You know what I'm saying, fam? Nice pack, and I came back to where he be moving at. So I sat there, blowing bud. People was like, damn, boy, some strong ass shit. They wasn't up on the greenery back in days. This is back in Germany. They wasn't back up on the greenery. They was all smoking that hashish stuff. That's why you see some dudes out here smoking like smoking weed with cigarettes. They're from Europe. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely some do that shit there. Disgusting shit there right there. Well, anyway, fam. So I went and copped up there, post up on this block, boom, boom. So, boom, boom. People's like, that. What's that? What's that? What's that? This is what it is. So boom, 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 moving. All of a sudden, he ain't getting no more customers. Everyone's coming to me. I can see him looking bad for a whole week. Now, some days not getting even one sale. Maybe his loyal customers will come, some old Germans will come here and get a little piece of that hashish. Some little boys like for 20 Dutch marks and some little tiny shit there, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I was clocking him. I knew he was going to break down, come to me. After a while, about after a week, he was like, oh, come on, you taking on, I can't eat and this and that and this and that. I said, listen, dude. I came to you, you acted real arrogant towards me. You know me, you see me, just for a little piece of goddamn thing. Now you wanna come to me, you wanna like collaborate with me. Like you get this here, I get this. I was like, nah, it doesn't work like this. Since I told her after that there, I'll tell you what you get now. And I said, I had to dictate to her. I said, now I'll tell you what you get. You know what I'm saying? You gonna eat when I say you eat. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. So he broke us that way, took his block, and that was that. That's all like Kenyan people there, fam. Well, anyway, fam, back to what the young brother was saying to me about Kenya. I was like, nah. There's more reasons why I do not like Kenya, right? There was this African American, there was a pastor went to Kenya, was preaching to the natives, in their church, right? And they had in their church, they got the white Jesus on there and stuff. They got a lot of African countries, they do that. They got the white Jesus there, the blonde hair, blue eyes, walk around with sheeps and shit, looking all sweet and moist up there. That's not our stuff, right there, fam, right? But the brother told him that he said Jesus, Yeshua, is a black man. These Kenyan natives, they went crazy on the savages, went crazy, fam. They went throwing stuff at them. They almost lynched him, fam. You can read about it. Got to Google it. How they tried to attack the buff. We told them that Jesus was black. These African people out there, these dudes, like I say before, I'm sure they made some good slaves during the Arab slave trade because of the way they are. The ones that I met. I'm sure there may be some black power ones out there, but I have not met them. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I saw on TV with the black pastor, it was goddamn disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Why I was going to live there or go there for what? The infrastructure is goddamn beat up. It's not like some kind of modern place there. So why would you want to go there? Want to be stuck on trains and shit and buses with a whole bunch of the savages, the natives? You know what I'm saying? Nah, say catch diseases and all that wild shit. They catch, what's that shit there? Ebolas and all that crazy wild stuff, man. I don't want to do like that. But if you dudes out there traveling like that there, you like them backpacking motherfuckers, they're going to hostels, sleeping on bunk beds and shit. They with bed bugs, shit like that. They're doing shit like that. You're balling on a budget. That's up on you dudes out there. I ain't having that shit there, fam. The crime is off the chain. The crime was off the chain. You see the little young brother say off the chain what the young brother that made a couple days about. He's out there in Kenya. They snatched this chain. Snatch. You know what I'm saying? She be walk around the place there with some gold chains on. You must be goddamn crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was daytime. It was nighttime. Mobbing them, but beat them down, stabbed them, whatever, for a little cheap ass chain, fam. The robberies is going up. The home invasions going up. Everything's going up there, you know what I'm saying, fam? And don't talk about the HIV stuff there, fam. Yeah, that's off the chain too, you know what I'm saying? They might show us like 3.3% of people got it. Those people are fucking just in Nairobi, what the whole goddamn country there? Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Think they getting tested? Huh? Think they got health insurance plans like what's that, Blue Cross or some stuff like that? They ain't got none of that shit. They ain't going to the doctor, never, because they ain't got no money to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? They might go down to the hood doctor down the street, the witch doctor, they'll give them some herbs, some shit there, but they're not getting diagnosed and shit out there, fam. But a lot of these pastor brothers out there trying to sell that shit there in Kenya. Was there to sell in Kenya? Huh? Was it to sell like the beautiful sights and things like that? There's none of that shit there. There's none of that. What you trying to sell? You know, because y'all over there, y'all might got a little Kenya girl with a little round booty in there, but that shit whack, fam. That shit whack. I said, and first I said back to infrastructure. These fools, they owe China, the last I heard was $6 billion they owe China for the railway system that China gave them a loan for. And now they're asking China for some more money. They can't pay back the first $6 billion. So what's going to happen to them in Kenya? Huh? That railroad system is going to be China's. They're going to take that shit back. They're going to own goddamn Kenya within another goddamn 10, 15, 20 years. They're going to own that shit there because they ain't got no goddamn cash, no infrastructure. Since the Brits done left out there, what has the Kenyan people built there? Now you see big ass skyscrapers and railway systems and other things like that. No, you see nothing out there. They're all dependent on the Chinese people there. So therefore, why go out there? Now why? There's nothing out there. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? The dude J. Real, I made some videos. I saw him out there joking around the dude there. Like he said they mid. And all of the pictures I saw out there, mid. I'm sure he got some fine ones. Of course he got some fine ones. But it's not like you out there, it's like, it's abundant of them, you know what I'm saying? It's like maybe 1 out of every 10 or some shit like that, fam. Or 1 out of every 10. Why would you want to go out there? Huh? What's the reason for, huh? A lot of them 304s, you know what I'm saying? Yes, they are. No, yes, they are. I work a lot on Kenyans. Matter of fact, since Obama made president and we was out there in Afghanistan, matter of fact, there's a lot of Kenyans out there working. Kandahar Air Base, fam. A lot of them out there, you know what I'm saying? It was real easy, too, fam. Real easy, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah. That's okay. I'd rather go back to my tent, whack my shit off, you know what I'm saying? Wait till I get some goddamn R&R vacation and head on out before I mess with them goddamn ones out there, fam. Let you dudes out there go out there have your fun, but I better be safe out there, fam. Stop promoting all the bullshit, you know, these dudes out these YouTube videos, promoting all these crazy ass places like that, some kind of nice ass, it's the place to be, you know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes out doing the same thing, I think, for Colombia. I'm sure Colombia is a very nice place, yeah, but if you're not speaking of goddamn Portuguese, Spanish, and stuff like that, then you need to stay away from these places. You need to stay away from it, because all you're a target. Once you open your mouth, you're American. You don't know what the hell she's saying. You're on a date with some female there. She's on a goddamn cell phone talking with her friend. We talk to goddamn brothers again. Yeah. We're going to be at this hotel here. You don't understand a goddamn word. But I take you to the hotel, and then you might get in the goddamn room. 5 minutes later, boom, kick the door in there, and they robbing your ass and killing you. Huh? One dude got killed about a month ago right there. He wasn't no black dude. I think it was an Asian, a light-skinned. I made a video about the dude. If I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's dangerous out there. Stop promoting all that stuff out there, you passport dudes out there. Just go get a passport, go somewhere, and try to promote what's good and what's safe and shit like that. No, promote the good things about it. Yes, cool. No, go to the museum, you dudes out there. Talk about the history of the goddamn place. I want to hear that at least one time. I want to hear about them goddamn, just how the street food is and all this other bullshit there. Show some quality about the goddamn place there. And stay safe out there. If you're going to be out there, learn the language. You know what I'm saying? Special brothers out there. The brothers out there who are out there, who are speaking Portuguese and things like that, more power to them. Stay safe out there. You know, they might be good. I'm talking to you dumb ones who don't know a goddamn word. You know, see. That's the only thing you goddamn know. See, that's all you know. You go out there, you're going to be a plate, fam. Anyway, fam, that's my little short about, do I have an interest ever going to Kenya? Hell no. And I'm out, fam. Peace.